Welcome to Tamer Bowling Video Ball Reviews. For all your bowling needs, check out our partner, perfectaimbowling.com. Today we're testing the new Roto Grip Idol. We are testing on a medium-heavy 40-foot house shot and Eiffel Tower for the sport shot. First impressions, the Roto Grip Idol is strong and predictable. Is this the haywire replacement? Well, yes, because the haywire is no longer around, but I feel like the Idol is its own ball. For value, we gave the ball a B+. The Roto Grip Idol is in the mid-range in terms of price, but Roto Grip has traditionally been able to offer a very good bang for the buck, and the Idol seems to fit in that mold. Overall, we gave the Idol B+ on house shot and B+ on sport. Roto Grip says the new Idol is the next haywire, but stronger. I'll be thinking out loud to land on an opinion regarding that, and I was thinking back about my own haywire motion. I love the motion as a benchmark, and it provided supreme pocket control. Not always the matchup to carry, but pocket control, absolutely. And did I instantly see that with the Idol? Well, not exactly. The Idol's possibly a touch smoother, but it is stronger. It does have a very predictable motion for sure, which is clearly about control. However, from what I remember of the haywire, it was a touch cleaner with a touch more back end, and the Idol is more ball up front and therefore smoother at the break point. For me, the easiest way to describe the motion is a heavy rolling control. It has a lot of surface out of box at 2000 grit, so you have to make sure you're deep enough to get the necessary length to stay left of the pocket for me anyway, or right for righties. I like the purple bowling balls, or whatever you want to call this color, but there's something strangely appealing about the labels rotating in that they show you how the core turns over. And the yellow rotates fully around the ball and then centers itself to the PSA, and you can read the transition easily without having huge swirls of color, which I personally hate. Thinking about the show-off, that ball was strong using the micro DNA cover, and it was capable of big back end along with strength up front. And that's probably still the ball that, quote, shows off when it comes to bang for the buck. The Idol uses an even stronger nano content cover stock, which is clear as it brings the transition a bit closer to the bowler, but also makes it smoother front to back. And that will likely provide a competitive advantage on tricky conditions. It's almost like having urethane that's not urethane. Sean tests the Idol next, and he saw a bit different reaction. On the one hand, he saw more hook than even the Code X, as I did. He also saw a bit sharper, aggressive motion down lane. We both found the Idol to be continuous, but mine was more sort of rounded, heavy roll. Sean's is just a bit more hook set, heavy roll, but it was very effective for him. But while not, again, typically looking for this much surface on any pattern, frankly, he really had a pretty good look. There's no hold missing in as the ball is simply too mid-laning. Bryan was looking for a strong symmetric complement to the strong ASIM balls in his bag for when the ASIM sets just a bit too strongly and either needs a touch less motion or a touch more continuity. In the end, he felt he had that. The ball didn't appear as strong for Bryan relative to other equipment like Sean and I saw, but still a strong mid-lane control motion. With the Idol, he had a good look feeding it to the friction and watching it drive hard from out rather than puking to the pins. And that's the advantage of the symmetric core in this instance. He was able to get in and away from the outside friction while the Idol is less than the shore lock. It was the perfect step down when he needs just a little less overall motion. On to Guy, and once again it's a showcase of raw power and speed. Still, the Idol's clearly a strong continuous ball, and while pocket shots always crush the pocket, it's the other shots that tell you more about the ball. Guy never blew through the break point with this ball. It's just too strong to do so. He's always deeper than the fourth arrow and can easily loft the gutter cap and crush the pocket. Give the Idol a quick look on Eiffel Tower, which is a 48-foot sport pattern. And really look, let's step back. The Idol has a formula that should make it a really good ball for tough conditions. This strong but smooth combination of surface, cover, and core make for a very sport usable ball. While testing on the 48-foot Eiffel Tower, we found the higher the rev rate, the more the bowler was able to take advantage of the control. And that's only because of the length of this pattern. We all saw the smooth control look. However, while it was just at the lower limit of strong enough for me on this pattern, and Bryan would be balled up for this pattern, Sean and Guy had zero issues. In fact, the Idol was even more boomy and continuous than the Codex, almost making this shot look like a house shot with the Idol. Almost. On to final thoughts. While thinking about the Roto Grip Idol, I can't say I instantly thought Haywire, but in a way it is the smooth, controllable, middle of the road ball that surely will replace the Haywire in the Roto Grip lineup. It's somewhat cover dominant, meaning the strength of the ball comes a bit more from the cover than the core, and that makes it a nice step down from the high-end balls, which use more core dynamics to drive ball motion, especially for the lower and mid-level rev bowlers. As you go up in rev rate, you really start to see bigger motion that the Idol is capable of, and that's predominantly because the higher rev rates, the ASIMs show a bit more of that hook set motion, while the symmetrics are a bit more continuous. The Idol's not necessarily a ball I instantly think this is a matchup to every medium condition. That wasn't the case with the Haywire either, but I think each bowler will need to consider their style and pattern they typically bowl on and decide if this type of ball reaction, which is good mid-lane control for medium to medium heavy conditions, is what they need in their bag.
Thank you for watching Tamer Bowling Video Ball Review.